Hey guys, today at Smart Robot Reviews we are testing the Alteanic T10, a self-cleaning robot vacuum. Like most smart robots, it has LiDAR that is spinning and scanning a house with an invisible laser and builds an accurate map. Additionally, the robot follows a U-shaped path in mopping mode that is proven to be more efficient than a standard mopping pattern. As usual, I tested the robot's cleaning performance, vacuuming and mopping, navigation and self-emptying base too. The base has a baggage system and uses a 4.3-liter capacity bag. When changing the bag, the hole closes itself as you pull the bag out, preventing the dust from spreading around. According to the manufacturer, in an average house, one bag can be replaced once in 2 months, depending on usage. The LiDAR builds an accurate map of your house, and like most LiDAR robots, the Alteanic navigation is pretty efficient. It covers close to 100% of my place without leaving any areas untouched. The robot tends to get stuck on small things like cords and socks, so make sure you pick them up before running the robot. A combined dust and water container has 3-stage filtration. The dustbin is quite small, but since the robot empties itself after each cleaning, it should not be a big deal. On hard floors, the Alteanic does a good job dealing with everything from ultrafine particles like sand and powder to larger debris. When testing the robot with sand on hard floors, it scored 97%, which is a bit above average. In my testing, an average score for high-end devices is 96%, so the Alteanic did a great job. With debris, the result was a bit worse, but not much. I noticed its side brush spins a bit too fast, scattering some debris around, so the robot might miss some in the end. The robot picked up 99.2%. Round-shaped robots cannot reach corners. However, the Alteanic leaves a spot smaller than competitors. I wanted to make sure the robot performs well on carpets too, so I ran it on low and medium pile carpets with scattered debris and embedded sand. With picking up debris on both low and medium pile carpet, the Alteanic did good, scoring 99% on low and 96% on medium pile. However, it did much worse with sand on low pile carpet, picking up only 73%, while the average score for high-end robot cleaners in my test was 90. Considering the test results, the Alteanic T10 is a good choice for houses with mostly hard floors. However, if you have to deal with lots of heavy things like sand or kitty litter, or your floors are covered with carpets, I'd suggest having a look at something else. My hair is long, and the Alteanic deals with it very well, but since long hair tends to wrap around the brush, it's something to keep in mind that removing the hair of the cleaning roller is a part of your maintenance routine. With the help of the cleaning tool, it takes a minute. The robot has no issue picking up the cat's hair too. To test the self-emptying base, I mixed up sand, debris and cat's hair and let the base suck it up. The base stopped right after the start, alerting that the dust bag is clogged. As a result, it was able to empty only half of the dustbin content. The error message kept showing after a few attempts. After inspecting the dustbin, I noticed that the air duct inside the dustbin was clogged with the cat's hair and debris. After that, I conclude the base should be okay for day-to-day usage, but it might struggle to suck up the debris of the fully packed dustbin. As a solution, you might run the robot at least twice a week, so it would not have to deal with lots of debris at once. When the dustbin is not full, the base works just fine. A 300 ml water tank is on the larger side, and since it's combined with the dustbin, the robot mops as it vacuums. In the Power Mop mode, the Alteanic shuts off suction and navigates in a U-shaped path that is more efficient than a standard mopping pattern. For the mopping test, I used dried-on coffee, soy and mayo sauce. After one pass, the robot removed mayo and coffee but left soy sauce stains. Most hybrid robots are good at keeping your floors clean, but they do not get rid of old stubborn stains. The robot climps on a 2 cm obstacle. It can also fit in a 10 cm gap under furniture. The Authentic app allows setting virtual boundaries, including restricted areas that are only active in mopping mode, which you can use to avoid carpets when the mopping pad is attached. As a pro, you can set restricted areas and cleaning zones by drawing a rectangle or any different kinds of shape on the map, which I only have seen in a few robots. For those who would want to use the robot without the app, there is a remote control. The device can be also controlled via Alexa, Google Home voice assistants, however, it supports only basic commands like start, stop, return to the base. The app has a lot of smart features. My favorite one is the ability to set custom-shaped zones. For example, you can draw a zone near your sofa or dining table, choose to clean it once or twice. You can send the robot to clean them just by tapping on the map. The scheduling function allows you to specify rooms or zones that should be cleaned at a specific time and choose vacuuming and mopping mode. You can edit rooms by merging and dividing zones on the map and giving the names for the rooms. You can also change the robot's voice language, view cleaning history, check brushes and filter life cycle, switch between different vacuuming and mopping modes. I have observed some glitches and bugs in the app, but overall it worked fine. The Authentic T10 is taking its niche as a hybrid robot vacuum and mop with a self-emptying base and efficient navigation. The robot struggles to pick up small particles like sand on carpets, but does the job with bigger debris, so if you have to deal with lots of sand, sugar, powder or kitty litter, this might not be the best buy. As a mop, it does a great job. It leaves my floors shiny, doing the job better than most robots I've tested. The self-emptying base is not too strong. It should be fine for most users, but if you have a few pets, it might struggle at emptying the full dustbin. All in all, the Authentic is a decent robot vacuum, especially if you have mostly hard floors.